Good afternoon, dear students. In the last presentation, we studied about citric acid production and how citric acid can be produced by surface culture method. Okay, and that too using Aspergillus niger. How the inoculum is prepared, how the medium is prepared, okay, and how it is produced by surface culture method that we all discussed, and how citric acid is recovered from the fermented broth. Okay, in brief, we also studied about submerged culture process for production of citric acid. Now let us today discuss about the role of trace elements, because trace elements play a very crucial role as far as citric acid yield during the production is considered. Okay, now let us discuss. The organism used was Aspergillus niger. Now, the Aspergillus niger used for citric acid production needs a variety of trace elements like Fe plus 2, Cu plus 2, Zn plus 2, Mn plus 2, magnesium ion, etc. Okay, so magnesium ion, manganese, zinc, copper, iron, all these play a very important role for growth of organism as well as for citric acid production. Now, citric acid the production process is very sensitive to the concentration of these metal. Okay, now these trace elements, as the name suggests, they are required in very minute quantities, but their presence is very important for growth as well as for production. Okay, now Mg plus 2, a magnesium ion is essential for a variety of enzymatic reactions that take place inside the fungus, that is inside the cell. Not only that, it is required for growth as well as citric acid production. For maximum citric acid production, Mg plus 2 ion is required in an optimum concentration of 0.02 to 0.025%. You can see it is required in a very minute quantity, in a very small quantity, but its presence is essential in the medium. Okay, why it is necessary? For enzymatic reaction that take place inside the cell, right? Okay, so that the cellular enzymes act in a proper way. Not only that, for the growth as well as for the growth of organism as well as for citric acid production. The other trace elements like zinc and iron, Zn plus 2, Fe plus 2, also play a critical role in determining the efficiency of fermentation. What are the reports? The reports suggest that the exact concentration of these two metals essential for optimum citric acid production are very contradictory. However, it is agreed that the concentration should be very low. High concentration of these metal allow only the growth of vegetative cell, but citric acid production becomes lower. Okay, so higher concentration is not desirable. So they are naturally required in a small concentration, low concentration. The optimum concentration of Fe plus 2 ions required in the medium vary with the strain of fungus that you are using. Okay, Schwiger in 1961 reported that citric acid production by Aspergillus niger under submerged fermentation condition using molasses as substrate is severely affected by the presence of iron even at a low concentration as low as 0.2 ppm. Okay, so Schwiger reported that if you are producing citric acid using Aspergillus niger and molasses as raw material in a submerged condition, then the production is hampered even if a low concentration, that is 0.2 ppm of iron, is present. However, addition of 0.1 to 500 ppm of Cu plus 2 copper ions, cuprosines. Okay. However, addition of 0.1 to 500 ppm of Cu plus 2 ions at the time of inoculation or during the first 50 hours of fermentation counteract the deleterious effect of Fe plus 2. That means if there is any toxicity because of Fe plus 2, or if your production process is hampered by Fe plus 2, you can add Cu plus 2 during inoculation or during the first 50 hours of fermentation to counteract or to neutralize, to nullify the deleterious effect of Fe plus 2 ions. Okay. So if there is Fe plus 2 problem because of Fe plus 2 ion, we can counteract it with by adding Cu plus 2 ions. Okay, copper. That is in the form of copper sulfate, of course. Now the effect of Zn+2 concentration, zinc ions, on citric acid production is also a subject of much investigation. Like iron, the concentration of zinc drastically influences the outcome of fermentation. Zn+2 ions at a concentration of 1 to 2 mu m, okay, allows micromoles allows the continuation of growth, but the concentration less than this restricts the growth of the organism. Okay, so if you add a small concentration like 1 to 2 mu m, it will allow the growth phase. That means it allow the growth and multiplication of the fungus. But addition, but if you add less than this, then growth restrictions do occur. Organisms do not grow to their optimum. If you add excess of zinc ions, it results in production of oxalic acid and not instead of citric acid. Okay. So excess, if we add excess, then instead of citric acid, oxalic acid is produced. And if you add less, growth of the organism does not occur properly. So, and it has also been suggested that Zn+2 has an indirect role in the functioning of cyclic AMP. Okay, while addition of cyclic AMP during production phase enhances citric acid production, but addition of Zn+2 retards citric acid production. Okay, so how in how much quantity Zn+2 ion is required is a subject of investigation, and it has been found that it is to be added in a very low concentration so that the growth is favored, and then during the production cyclic AMP is added so that citric acid production is enhanced. Okay, instead of adding zinc. Now there are other trace elements which also are important. Okay, like manganese ion Mn+2, barium Ba+2 have also been reported to have an effect on fungal morphology during citric acid production. However, what is the exact role of manganese or barium has not been known exactly, but they do play an important role as far as development of fungal mycelium or fungal morphology is concerned. Okay, so the most important being addition of magnesium in a proper concentration so that all the cellular enzymes work and growth and production occurs to their maximum or efficiently. Addition of zinc and iron needs to be taken care of because they can otherwise affect the production process. Addition of copper to neutralize or counteract the effect of iron is essential, right? Other elements like manganese or barium are also added depending upon the requirement for development of fungal morphology. Okay, so that is all about the role of trace elements in citric acid production. Now the next important thing, the uses or industrial applications of citric acid. Now, as this graph suggests, you can see that 75% of the citric acid that is produced, rather we can say 70 to 75%, maximum citric acid, rather we can say, is used in food, confectionaries and beverage industries. Some part of it, 10 to 12%, is used in pharmacy and some is used in for other industrial purposes. Okay, so it has number of uses. So as I said, 70 to 75% is used in food and beverage industries. How it is used in beverage industries? As a flavor enhancer, as a preservative, to prevent color and flavor from deteriorating. That means to maintain the color and flavor of the product. Okay, so that is flavor enhancer, as a preservative to maintain the color and flavor, and to remove the turbidity because of trace elements. Okay, the next, in wine industries, okay, in beverage industry we said. Now in wine industry, it helps to prevent turbidity of the product. It helps to adjust the pH and it inhibits the oxidation process. In soft drinks, it gives a cool taste. It maintains carbonation, serves as a carbonating agent. So it is used during preparation of wine also and in the preparation of soft drink also. Citric acid also finds wide application in food industry, where in confectionaries it is used as a flavor enhancer, to produce dark color in hard candies, jams and jellies, to adjust the pH and to prevent oxidation of the food in confectionaries. As far as frozen food production is concerned, in frozen food industries, it is used to prevent oxidation, it inactivates trace elements, it neutralizes residual alkalinity. Okay. In dairy foods, it acts as an antioxidant, as emulsifier in cheese and ice cream production. Right. Now, 12% or 10 to 12% of citric acid produced is used in pharmaceutical industries. How it is used? In pharmaceuticals, it is used as solvent and flavoring agent. It produces effervescence when combined with carbonates. Okay. Remaining citric acid finds tremendous application in cosmetic industry, where it is used as an antioxidant. It is also used in textile and leather tanning industry as a plasticizer. It was also used in detergents as a builder. Okay. So these are the various applications of citric acid. So food industries, in candy making, in cosmetics, in dairy in products making, then fruits and vegetable juices, gelatin desserts, jams, jellies and all, it is used. In soft drinks, as I told you, frozen foods, wines, pharmaceuticals, it finds a wide application. So citric acid is one of the most, you can say, one of the important microbial fermentation products that is produced. Okay, so that is all about citric acid production, role of trace elements and its application.